blah blah. It's all bullshit. What do I have to work with? Oh, yes. I remember how this character works. What am I doing? I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. I could do the invitation. Looks like we jumped into a duel. Oh, get wrecked. I'm not gonna duel you, I'm not time for that shit.
If you have a letter, and here, I sent a... The caravan should have just entered Rothgar territory. I can take you as far as the entry gates, but you'll have to make it from there on your own. This is important. I can take you as far as the border gate. Then I have to come back in case anyone else shows up with an invitation. Just catch up to the caravan and escort it to the city.
Alrighty then.
What are you doing? We can't let Chief Bazrog deal with the Winterborn by himself.
That isn't what I signed up for.
Damn it! Where are all these Winterborn marauders coming from? Anyone see where the chief and his warriors went? Anyone?
All I see is death and ice.
Did Orsinium send you? Are you part of the reinforcements? The Winterborn came out of nowhere. It happened so fast. They took our cargo into the hills and the Orc peasants chased them. That's when Chief Bazrog and his warriors arrived.
Slow down and tell
Our
me what
caravan
happened.
was heading for Orsinium, the new Orc city, when the Winterborn landed on the wagons like flesh flies on Skiva pie. The Orc peasants refused to let their supplies be taken, so they chased the marauders into the hills.
You let defenseless peasants go after the marauders.
In case you haven't noticed, these cracked acorns aren't worth their weight in bloodberry pudding.
You're not making any
Besides,
sense,
before
bitch.
we could rally our forces, Chief Bazrog and his Orc warriors arrived. He told us to wait here and then went after the marauders.
I'll go help
I
the
knew
chief.
I liked you the moment I saw you. Chief Bazrog is big and mean and looks like he can fight. But there were an awful lot of marauders. Iceheart's Winterborn won't stop until Bazrog and all the Orc peasants are dead. You better hurry.
Alright, let's see how the Blade of War works. Hey, buddy.
Chief Bozrog will be back for the rest of us as soon as he can.
Leave no orc alive.
Oh, I forgot it's early.
Somebody help us, please.
Get wrecked.
There's more of them. Watch out.
Where? Oh, I see. Humans are too easy to kill.
Thanks for the help. We'll head back to the caravan. There are still some of us hiding in the cave near the waterfall. You have to help them too.
I don't have to do shit. Oh, they're all dead. Wow. First person. These guys all got frozen to death.
I saw what you did out there. Thanks for helping the clan orcs. The ones in here, I think it's too late to help them. Iceheart, you froze them solid. The bastards got magic, the likes of which I've never seen.
You want to Chief Bozrog's soldiers?
Yes, I'm with Bozrog. We were out on patrol when we saw the Winterborn attack the caravan. By the time we reached the wagons, the marauders had already stolen the supplies, and a group of orc peasants were trying to chase them down. Stupid peasants.
Who's Iceheart?
Yorfon Iceheart. He's the most powerful of the Winterborn warlords that have been raiding Hrothgar the past few years. Since he arrived from the Reach, the attacks have gotten worse. Iceheart is strong, ambitious, and extremely dangerous.
I can deal with Iceheart.
I like your courage, but I don't think you'll get to test it today. If Iceheart was still around, we'd be frozen solid by now. My guess? He got what he wanted and hightailed it out of here. A shame, really. The outlying clans need those supplies.
The supplies from the caravan?
Enough food and supplies to get the outlying clans through the winter. Without those supplies, the clans are going to starve. Chief Bozrog went to track down the marauders and find the supplies. If he fails, I don't know what we're going to do.
How can I help?
Search the area and see if you can find anything that even hints as to where the marauders disappeared to.
Goodbye.
Leave no stone unturned.
These
Anything
guys
you
are all
uncover
dead, so-
proves.
Where did you take our supplies? Every second until you tell me what I want to know.
Apparently I couldn't think to kill that nigga. I risk everything by betraying my people from the prominent gold and the right to sell exclusively to your clans. There can't be any delay or mistakes. I've already given a portion of the gold to a group of Khajiit traders in order to solidify my other endeavors in Orsinium. The supply caravans will arrive soon, through the Merchant's Gate, with food enough to support the outlying clans through the upcoming winter. The caravan also carries furs, medicines, and other supplies. They should serve your clans very well. Just refer to the schedule I provide, and you should be able to catch each one unawares. Strike quickly and use your harpies to fly the supplies to your camp. Just be warned, Chief Bazarog and his soldiers have been patrolling the trade roads. That orc is a ruthless bastard. I suggest you tell your warriors to do their best to avoid him. The Vulture. Alrighty then.
Are they on their way toward...
I saved your people.
Doesn't change the fact that I despise that you're here, though. Sticking your nose in our business.
I was invited.
Ah, yes. The king's invitation. And what royal bag of snakes that is. Look, you have my thanks for saving those people. But as much as I hate it, I owe you a favor. But right now, I need to determine where they took the stolen supplies.
Maybe this note will help you find the supplies.
Let me see that. We've been betrayed, and for gold, no less. By Malakath, I'll make sure someone pays for this. Look, I need to protect the next caravan to come through the Merchant's Gate. If you truly want to help Hrothgar, then you will help me.
What do you want me to do?
This note indicates that the traitor has interests in the city. I want you to track down this traitor and find our stolen
I'll go to Orsinium and see what I can
I
learn.
suggest you start your search in the inn. Go.
Might as well pick up this quest. While I'm here.
Minus the land. This land. It was a nightmare. We were on our way to Orsinium, ready to start a new business, when we were set upon by Winterborn from the Reach. I whipped our beasts for all they were worth, but in their fear, they ran off the road and our cart overturned.
Where are your companions?
It is a mystery and a mystery. My partners, my friends, they are gone. I fear they went over the cliff, along with most of the books.
I'll find
Please
you.
hurry and find my friends.
Okay. That guy and his bag of friends can wait. What am I doing? Collections. Non-combat dire powder. Oh yeah, son. That's what I'm talking about. Look at how awkwardly it runs. Look at this derp little pony. Hey, this guy's got a bear. Derp, 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 derp. Oh, he got the true ghost horse. lots of quests. Is there like a main Rothgar quest?
Interest?
Shoulder.
It's a good day, friend. I've got gold in my pocket and a full mug in my hand. So what can I do for you?
I couldn't help over here. What was that about a large amount of gold?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Fuck you.
And if you're thinking of trying to rob me, well,
I'll
think
kill you.
again. I need this gold for my daughter. Now leave me be or I'll hit you with my mug.
Fuck you. I'm just trying to find someone who came across a large amount of gold recently.
Why didn't you just say so? Being all mysterious and scaring a person half to death? So, why are you looking for Gulag?
I just need to find out how he got the gold.
My Trinamax deformed toe? If this gold is illegal, my Shilha needs her potions. Alright, let's try this. If you forget all about what we were discussing...
What discussion?
You never heard this from me, but Gulag left here a little while ago to talk to those Khajiit traders. You know, the ones who showed up recently? And if nothing else, you should be able to smell him.
Smell him?
He wears some kind of fancy fragrance, says it keeps the spirits docile. The Khajiit sold it to him.
Goodbye.
I bring an urgent message from Rhea Opakarius, Chief Oracle of the Twilight Queen Azura.
The fuck? What does this Oracle of Azura want?
Best discuss that with Rhea. Too many eyes and ears here. She awaits you in the Cloudy Dregs Inn in Wayrest.
Fair enough. I'll meet Rhea at the Wayrest. Find Gulag. Fucking Orsimer glories. God damn, that's a stinky ass motherfucker.
Would you take pity on me?
Oops. My dire pony's got the red eyes going. Why does he do that? Why does he have red eyes suddenly? Why am I standing on my mouth?
Almost enough to make this one want to stop dealing with him.
Arusha would agree, except for all the gold he gave us. He's got the luck of Joan and Jode, even if he smells like a dead Horker.
This one hopes we are blessed with half his luck and twice his gold, but not him. Curious, are you? Our business is quite legal, rest assured. Not all Khajiit practice illicit trades, no matter what you may have heard. We sell elixirs of health, cures for illnesses, headache remedies, those sorts of things.
You sell medicine?
That is a word, yes. The best for the best price. You won't find a lower price in the city, once we're actually open. But if it's Gulag you seek, just follow the smell.
Goodbye. Damn, so I followed it the wrong direction.
long as we want. I paid in advance.
You didn't have 2 gold pieces to rub together last time I saw you, Gula. What changed?
Fortune happened. Hello. And who might you be? Go find another bathhouse. I hired this one for the entire day.
I'll let you deal with this, Gulak, darling. I'm going to go and get something to
I'm
drink.
gonna kill you.
What's this about? If you aren't here to use the baths, it must be about my tonics. Well, I can assure you, my tonics are guaranteed to cure whatever ails you. It just takes time. And multiple applications.
Tell me about the deal you made with the Winterborn.
What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a loyal subject of the king. I don't have anything to do with any damn Winterborn.
This letter to Yurfan Iceheart says otherwise.
No, I can explain. The people of this city, I made a deal for them. Gold from the Winterborn allows me to produce my tonics at a fraction of the cost. I'm doing this for the people.
So they would... so the clan orcs starve.
The outlying clans. They're enemies of this city and our king. Their chiefs refuse to accept the king's rule. They'd rather stay stuck in their old ways and traditions. Meanwhile, the poor of this city can't afford medicine. I'm saving lives.
The information you passed on cost lives, and gave the Winterborn supplies.
A small price to pay for a larger gain. I've been loyal to this city since before you outsiders started arriving. You have no right to judge me.
Just tell me where the Winterborn took the stolen supplies.
Fine. What's the use? See what happens when you just try to help? The supplies were sent to Frostbreak Fortress. That's where the Winterborn warlord, Yorfan Iceheart, plans to regroup his forces. I'm sure he's guarding the supplies personally.
What should I do? Should I snitch? Should I tell the guards? Or should I let him get away with it?
Do what you will. My tonics are out in the city now, getting to the people who need them. Sure, I won't be able to enjoy the rest of my gold, but I accomplished what I set out to do.
Goodbye.
I look forward to working with you. Ah, another traveler arrives in our grand city. Welcome, welcome. Are you one of the chosen? Do you bear the letter from the Forge Mother? I am a High Priestess of Trinimac, serving in Orsinium's temple. Like you, I'm here at the request of Forge Mother Alga to help revive the ancient traditions of truth, honor, and unity.
Unity!
I also greet new arrivals. Tell me, how was your journey?
I helped a caravan that was attacked by the Winterborn. Supplies for the outlying clans were stolen.
We've received similar reports. Just one of a series of unfortunate incidents that we plan to rectify. Orsimer soldiers and even the king himself are looking into this. King Korog believes that even those who refuse his rule must be cared
for. I know where they took the supplies.
Truly. Perhaps we can still recover the supplies the clans need to survive the winter. The decision to invite outsiders to our land has already reaped untold benefits. Tell me, where have the Winterborn hidden the supplies? You located the stolen supplies and uncovered our betrayer. Trinimac surely sent you to us in our time of need. Take this reward for helping our people. And you must present yourself to Forge Mother Alga. Look, here she comes now.
Is one of the outsiders who responded to my invitation, High Priestess? You there, outsider.
Yes, Grand Forge
I
Mother.
would speak with you.
You would, but you ain't gonna, bitch.
Come, outsider. We have much to discuss. So our ambassador finally found you. Took a damn time. But you're here now, and that's what counts. Welcome to Orsinium. Amazing how fast we rebuilt the place, isn't it? The damn Reachmen and their foul magic. It provides the Winterborn with an unlimited number of soldiers to send against us. Even so, our soldiers have dispatched all but one of their warlords. That bastard, Yothon Iceheart. Where are the supplies? Trinimac smiles upon us then. My son, King Korog, has already traveled to Frostbreak Fortress to deal with Warlord Iceheart directly. Without a strong leader, the Winterborn threat will fade away. You must go and tell the king about the supplies.
I'll go help King Korog.
There are two things my son can't resist. Food and battle. When he learned of Iceheart's location, he rushed to deal with the warlord personally. Help him end the threat and recover the supplies. The unification of the Orc clans depends on it.
How will this help King Korog unite the Orc clans?
The Winterborn pose a threat to all of Hrothgar. Yothon Iceheart in particular has long been a thorn in our side. The king issued the order to invite you to our land. If the Winterborn are defeated thanks to that order, the clans will take notice.
Damn, it's way out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, red eyes. Why do your eyes glow red sometimes? It's so weird. Oh, I might die. Nope. This is like 50% of the game. I'm just running. Oh, that's whack.
Soldiers from all of the clans to circle the fort. Iceheart won't escape from me this time.
Our soldiers know what to do, Hugh. You can count on that.
Then maybe this victory will finally convince you and the other chiefs to fully accept my claim to the throne. Do you always just barge into the king's tent without so much as a by your leave? Who in the name of First Forge do you think you are, troll breath?
Oh, I'm on a moor. Your mother sent me to help you, you fucking punk-ass bitch.
Oh, you're one of the outsiders my mother's been harping about. I'm Kurog, King of the Orsimer. Welcome to my war. Your timing's perfect. I'm just finishing this damn fine leg of chubloom. You hungry? I do enjoy a good meal before a fight.
No thanks. I have news. The stolen supplies are inside the fortress.
It's a good thing that that's where we're going, then. This siege was taking too long anyway. Your Fawn Iceheart is the last of the Winterborn warlords, and frankly, I'm ready to be done with him. He knows we're coming, so I'm expecting a good fight.
You told him we were coming?
You bet your arse I told him we were coming. Fair's fair. It probably scared the ice water out of his veins. I want to see you in action. You lead, I'll follow. Now, let's go kill old Iceheart. Then we can return to Orsinium and feast.
That works for me. Let's go.
Need to find a way into that fort to get to Iceheart. Talk to the siege commanders and see if they can get us inside.
What about you, Ogdosh?
Ha! Now that's a sight.
Look at those catapults fly. I'm amazed the towers can withstand the punishment. The Bretons must have used orc crafters, and they built that place to last. But never fear, the Winterborn won't have a fort to protect them for much longer.
What's going on here?
Kirog summoned the chiefs of Hrothgar to besiege the Winterborn. One of our biggest problems are those Briarheart monstrosities. For every one we kill, 2 more take its place. I know there's a solution, but damn it doesn't keep eluding us.
So what's your plan?
We need to get inside the fort. Find out where they're spawning those abominations. But the damn harpies! We can't walk 5 steps without becoming bird food. Siege Commander Dolph's working on a plan. I hope it's a good one, for all our sakes.
I'll talk to Siege Commander Dolph and see if I can help.
This is the Winterborn's final stand.
Bye.
If you don't find the alchemist and destroy those nests, we'll never break this siege.
You heard him! For the king!
Get down!
Damn it! Looks like
I lose more soldiers that way.
Use a hand.
You brought the king here? Then welcome to our siege camp. Sorry you had to see those damn harpies at work. I'm not sure King Korok should be walking around out in the open, but
I've got a barrel full of my own worries to deal with. If you want to become bird food, I'm not going to stop you. And after losing more soldiers to the Harpies, I'm ready to accept any help I can get. Besides, anything is better than what the little wood elf was able to accomplish.
Oh, that's racist. You see, my character is also a wood elf, despite being a skeleton. So I'm sure she takes great offense to that.
Sent her in with a squad of orcs to deal with the harpy nests on the towers. Figured if the nests were on fire, the distraction would allow another squad to get in and put an end to the Briarhearts. But both groups have disappeared without a trace.
I can try to find your missing squads.
A volunteer? I appreciate that kind of go-get-'em attitude. If you do manage to find either of the missing squads, remind them that they have their orders. I expect them to complete their missions. The outcome of this siege depends on them.
How do you recommend I approach the fortress?
The main path is too well defended. You'll be a lamb led to the slaughter if you go that way. Our siege provides some cover, so you might be able to sneak around the left side of the fort. And the right side is clear, except for the Harpies.
Tell me about the two squads you sent.
I sent the Wood Elf and one squad to set fire to the Harpy nests. The other squad is supposed to find the source of the Briarhearts and put an end to that threat. But everything hinged on dealing with the Harpies. We just can't get past the birds.
How are they supposed to set fire to nests at the top of towers?
My siege engineers can easily calibrate the trebuchets to launch direct strikes against the Eyrie towers. They just need something to target. That's the first squad's mission. Mark the Eyrie so we can knock it out of the sky.
What can you tell me about the Briarheart warriors?
The Winterborn zombies? Not much. Our alchemist, Alinen, has some experience dealing with the Reach. He thinks the Hagravens grow the hearts, planting them and harvesting them like grapes from a vine. A disgusting image, I know, but that's Alinen.
They grow hearts?
That's what Alinen thinks. As long as he can put a stop to the foul things, I don't care how crazy his ideas sound. But he's with the second squad, somewhere on the other side of those walls.
I need to go hit that way shrine.
I don't think this is the right way. I love being the king. Hold your position. Let no Winterborn get past you. Now, soldiers, lower your weapons. Looks like reinforcements have arrived. The rabble outside? I take it that their demise was your doing? We were forced to take shelter, but we can't complete our mission from inside this blasted tower. Once again, we underestimated the Winterborn's capabilities. They caught scent of us as soon as we penetrated the walls. Harpies from above, Winterborn from all sides. We lost a lot of soldiers before we were able to take refuge in this tower. We need to get our archer into position to mark the Harpy Eyries so that our catapults can target them and destroy them. We lost all of our archers. The Wood Elf's all we have left.
It didn't
I hope
throw
she's as good of a
fireballs.
shot as she claims to
It
be.
like made a bonfire at my feet.
Our squad split off right after we entered the fortress. They're protecting the Breton alchemist who's supposed to be able to put an end to the Briarheart threat. But it doesn't matter if they're dead or alive if we don't deal with the Harpy. If you can clear us a path to the towers, we can get the elf into position so she can loose her signal arrows. Then the catapults can do their work.
Up, Elf. Those Harpies aren't going to kill themselves.
But there are so many stairs.
No time for complaints either. We have a mission to complete.
All right. Pushy orc. Just tell me when you want me to make the strike. Gusting wind.
Yeah, get wrecked, bro.
Look at it.
tower secure. Good work, outsider. The Wood Elf is right behind me.
I'm getting really tired of you orcs trying to leave me be... That's strange. Where did the sergeant go? It's typical. Now I know why Orsinium put out that call for help. Well, at least you're still here. Let me know when you want me to light the signal. Do me a favor. 2 Ares destroyed, no problem. Now, let's find the Breton alchemist.
Who really controls Hrothgar? questions before we go in there, now's the time.
To die. Your soldiers failed, Kurov, and so will you.
I love it when my enemies mock me. Helps me work up a good rage.
You treat everything like a joke. That's why the orcs refuse to follow you. You mock the fallen and dishonor their sacrifices.
Dishonor them? I'll honor them by separating your head from your body.
I'm way too weak to do this on my own. I'm a fucking assassin. What am I gonna do against this nigga? Especially when I'm using fucking windows and shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Can't fucking do this. Can't just insta-kill this nigga because he's a boss. Fucking dumb. Why can't I insta-kill these niggas?
Iceheart's blade is mine. Now maybe the clans will finally accept my rule.
Why would you get his blade? I'm the one that killed him. Fucking dickhead.
You don't know how good that feels. Your Von Iceheart is finally dead. Imagine you ate too much, and try as you might, you can't get out that really big belch. Then, finally, you let out a thunderous burp. Yes, that's how I feel right now. For all practical purposes, yes. The remaining Winterborn will put up a fight, but without a warlord, my soldiers should be able to... Well, don't let me keep you. You've shown that you're Yeah, Iceheart's fancy sword. That should prove to the clan chiefs that we killed the warlord. Might even convince the fence... You don't know. For all... Well, don't let me... Someone needs to examine the stolen supplies and get them ready for transport.
are neither trying to open my heart nor consume my flesh, that you're from the King's camp? I wish you had arrived earlier, before the other soldiers were killed.
What happened to your squad?
Well, we were supposed to wait until the nests were destroyed before heading inside to find the source of the Briarhearts. But the Winterborn, they found us, overwhelmed the soldiers. I ran. I'm not proud of it, but I'm alive. That's what matters.
Fair enough. What's your mission exactly?
Someone has to destroy the source of the Briarhearts, and I've dealt with the Reach before. They're a rather unhealthy obsession of mine.
And those monsters be natural.
But I need to get inside to confirm it. I need to see how they're applying their magic. That will lead.
Are we ready then?
There's nothing else we can do out here. Let's get inside.
How'd you get selected for this mission?
The only alchemist available. I wish I wasn't, but here I am. Besides, they needed someone who had some experience with the Reach. Of course I...
Alright, goodbye. Let's get back inside.
Oh, good. You found him.
Yeah, I found him.
Come, follow me. If my suspicions are correct, we shouldn't have any trouble finding what I'm looking for.
We're all going to die down here, aren't we?
Keep your eyes open. We're looking for a plant or a root. Something that doesn't appear quite natural. Something odd, out of place. Something like this. Now there's something you don't see every day. A tree growing out of a corpse. I'd say this is what we're looking for.
So the hearts grow on these tiny trees.
Reach magic corrupts nature. It uses its innate properties to forge terrible powers. The Briarhearts require a larger plant to nurture them and make them grow. But this vile sapling is certainly connected. I can feel energy flowing through it.
What does that mean exactly?
We need to destroy some of these saplings. Cut off their power to weaken the central tree. Once weakened, I can apply an alchemical solution to the central tree, wherever it grows, and hopefully destroy it, roots and all.
Why don't we just find and destroy this central tree?
Reach magic invades nature, the way a plague violates an infirm body. It changes its host, taking hold and letting its corruption grow stronger. It creates defenses, barriers that can't be easily overcome.
So what do you want me to do?
Find the saplings and burn as many as you can. That will weaken the corruption and make the defenses more fragile. Meanwhile, I'll concoct a potion using clippings from these.
Alright, Edley will stay behind.
Leave the sapling I found alone. I'll use it to prepare and test my elixir while you burn as many of the others as you can. No, not exactly. In some ways it's the same, but in many others it's completely different.
How confident are you this will work?
I'm completely confident of my abilities. That's just my nature.
Whatever. Goodbye. Let's check out this tree. Awesome. It's growing out of a fucking dead body, like you said. Brutal. trees screaming is such a fucking creepy effect.
You think you are clever, burning tiny saplings, but they are mere children compared to our beloved tree. Your actions do not surprise me. Orcs and allies all believe they are stronger than the Reach. Foolish even to the end.
Why are you locked away?
I'm preparing myself. Going through the ritual period of solitude before they place the Briarheart in my body. Once I take my place as a Briarheart warrior, I will kill you and rain death down upon the orcs who befoul our land.
You're kinda angry, aren't you?
Angry? I am burning with a righteous rage. Once I am...
I guess I gotta talk to this idiot.
What happened? Our magic. What a terrible enemy you are. You don't even know about the source of you. Of course I know about the tree. It gives the sacred fruit life. It is strong, powerful, eternal. It cannot be destroyed. It hates you, because you burn its babies.
There won't be any more hearts once we destroy the tree.
You think you can destroy our eternal tree with fire and axes? Your tools are useless. The tree's roots run strong and...
I don't suppose you... maybe... might have seen Alanon on your way back? Maybe?
What happened to Alina?
Listen, it wasn't my fault. Alanon sent me to get him some moss that grows on the walls down here. When I got back, the alchemist was gone.
Yeah, we gotta find him.
Right. That's an excellent plan. But you should take this. Alanon said it was the last ingredient he needed to finish his elixir. I don't see his alchemy bag, so he must have the rest of the components with him. If the tree hasn't eaten him yet.
The tree ate Alanon?
What? No, of course not. At least, I don't think it ate him. But he told me that the Winterborn plant Briarheart seeds in dead bodies. The seed eats the body, sprouts roots, and nourishes the tree. Or something like that. I wasn't really listening.
You have no idea where we should go to look for him?
Well, I went that way to gather the moss, so he must have gone the other way. Probably turn right at the bend ahead. Let's split up. We can cover more ground that way. Besides, I kind of feel it's my fault, since I left him alone and all that.
No.
It's about time you got here. Do something before I roast. Don't just stand there and watch me roast. Do something.
What are you doing up there?
What am I doing? I'm being roasted alive. What does it look like I'm doing? What's worse, they have my alchemy bag. The elixir was nearly complete when I stumbled into that Winterborn patrol.
Let me see if I can figure out how to lower the cage.
No. We're running out of time, and you have a more important task to complete. You have to destroy the central tree, otherwise the Briarheart warriors will eventually overrun the orcs. I'll find a way out of here, somehow.
What do you want me to do?
Find the Hagraven that snatched my alchemy bag and grab the elixir. I couldn't wait for Eveli, so I found the moss on my own. Of course, that's when I ran into the Winterborn. Anyway, get the elixir and destroy that tree. Finish this, for me.
Okay, bye.
There you are. I was looking all over for... Hey, I'm not 100%
You help
certain.
Eleanor, and I need to go find his elixir.
Don't worry, I've got this.
Just make sure he doesn't get hurt.
No
right?
worries. I never hit anything I'm not aiming at. Well, except for that one time, but that totally doesn't count. I told Bonbon not to move. Hey, Alanon! I need you to stay very, very still so I can get you down.
With a bow and arrow, the cage will drop into the fire with me inside.
Just make sure you tuck and roll.
Pour it on the tree. The Winterborn are on their way.
Look, this tree's even grosser. Those are the Briarhearts.
Defend the tree until the elixir does its work. Just don't let the... Defend the tree until the elixir does its work. Just don't let the Winterborn get close enough to heal it.
No! Stop the intruders! The tree must not be destroyed!
I just need to catch my breath. I'll be fine.
They tried to roast you. That's not how we define fine where I come from.
Compared to some of my adventures, this was practical. The Wood Elf got me out of that cage with a damn fine strike. Damn fine. And you handled the Briarheart tree perfectly. Well done.
Did the elixir work? Is the source of the Briarhearts destroyed?
Indubitably. I watched the roots burn with my own eyes. The siege commander needs to hear about this, so we can press the advantage and put an end. You have your report, soldier. Return to the siege commander, and let's finish off these Winterborn bastards.
Smoke a cigarette and get some cereal, and then I'll be back. pretty big drop.
Keep your head down and your voice low. We don't want across the water. Harpies. Can't you see them? They came out of the sky. The feathered monsters. They snatched poor Jalare. I think they carried her up into those rocks. I'd go after them, but what can I do against so many? Luck and clear roads. I thought Namadine died in the crash or was taken by those feathered monsters. Please, if you can cross the river, save Jalare and secure... Jalare carried the merchant's permit, which allows us to establish our bookshop in Orsinium.
Return. Trevor, my heart plummets at the news you bring, and all the light departs from my sky.
We didn't come for a sermon, Stacy. Just here to see Kurog.
I meant no offense, Chief Bazrag. I only seek to spread Trinamac's good words.
Again with these Trinamac lies. Let me show you what Malacath thinks of your stupid words.
Your anger is uncalled for, Clan Chiefs. Please excuse us, Solbra. I see our champion has returned.
They pulled you into their madness?
As you can see, the Clan Chiefs can be a contentious lot. They oppose King Kurog at every turn, especially on matters of faith. But tell me, I knew you'd be able to help Kurog in his mission. Perhaps now the other clans will see that Kurog is destined to lead us all. Once all the clans unite, just imagine the power we will wield. The king sent for them. They are a few of the more vocal opponents to my son's plans, and they refuse to bend their knees to him.
What the fuck?
As you can see, they are blinded by centuries of custom and tradition. They refuse to see the glory that King Kurog wants to bestow upon us all. Instead, they stick their heads in the mud like a frightened Argonian and pretend that the old ways are so much better. My son wants to free us from the traditions that hold us back. They mire us in outdated notions and restrictions.
Excellent! Everyone's here. The time has come. Swear allegiance to me. Orsinium will prosper once the clans unite under my rule.
This again, Kurog? Why should we submit to you this time?
Behold! I wield the Blade of Iceheart. With the help of outsiders, I have vanquished our greatest foe and retrieved the stolen supplies. The chiefs could not stop the Winterborn. Only I have accomplished that.
You ask much, Kurog, to turn away from Malacath, to abandon our most cherished customs.
Bazrog, my old friend, your outdated ideas will be the death of me.
Don't tempt us, Kurog. Our traditions won't bend to the will of an idiot chief who decides to call himself
King! Idiot!
Oh, bitch.
Chief! I am your king!
Get rid.
You would all do well to remember that. Now get out of my sight!
Yeah, bitch.
You embark on a dangerous path, Kurog. We won't forget this.
That's what you get for talking that shit, bitch. I would have done the same thing. Nigga, I invite you into my castle and you call me an idiot king. I would have run his bitch ass through also. The same way. I like Kurog. Me and him agree on things.
Treasonous bastards! I just saved their ungrateful arses, and this is the thanks I get? I even showed them Iceheart's sword. How can I create a united nation when the chiefs refuse to accept my rule? More often than not, yes. There's always some fool who wants to quote the Code of Malacath or insult my honor. It infuriates me. How can we build a respectable kingdom when we can't even abandon our most ridiculous superstitions? Targak, it was all I could do not to kill all three of those troll lovers. Let Bazrog and Dular think about what happened. I only hope they can set aside old traditions and accept the future I envision. Their support would make things much easier. For now, no. Go explore Hrothgar and get to know this great city. Enjoy yourself. When you're ready for a new challenge.
one committed no crime. This one shouldn't be here. It was Agollas who stole from the king, not poor Zabani. Zabani met Agollas on the way to Orsinium. Many dangers lined the road, so we traveled together. We celebrated our arrival with drinks. Gone. Zabani was a fool to trust him. This one remembers he mentioned his camp. Why would a traveler have a camp unless he was a bandit? Please, free. Agollas always wrote in a journal. Zabani is certain his plans to frame her are within. This one saw a map inside his journal. To his bandit camp? Not far. This one can show you. Please, find the journal and proves Zabani does not know. They will not tell her. They say it was the king's property, but will not explain.